A lot has happened since Trump won the election. To name some specifics that are already improvements, people who were planning on crossing the border are now turning back. The dude is not even in office yet, and they're turning back. What about hummus, whatever you call it? They pretty much were just like, okay, well, now we can't do anything, so we're just gonna call an end to this war. This is why whoever the president is needs to have the ability of extreme leadership. I'm serious, do you think this would have happened if Kamala got in there? They'd probably all be hurraying. We'd probably have half of Mexico up here right now. Anyways, but there is one very butthurt person, and he's our good friend Harry Sisson. And if you don't remember who he is, he's one of those Gen Z influencers who was paid by the Biden-Harris administration to essentially run interference for them and get a bunch of Gen Z voters to vote for Kamala or Biden. And every day he's on there crapping on Trump. I believe at one point he called for violence, but he put out a tweet the other day that is pretty concerning when we watch this.
Here's the good news about the 2024 presidential election, and there's not much. We're all very sad right now. We're all very disappointed. We're all very shocked. But there's one piece of good news that I can think about right now, and it's that the resistance continues. The resistance against Donald Trump and their awful Republican policy continues. The Republicans have this idea in their head right now that you, me, and everybody else are just gonna lay down. We've given up. We're not doing it anymore. Wrong. We're still here. We're still fighting. We mourn for a week. We get our thoughts together. We recalibrate, and we get back out there. Like, if Republicans think that women, people of color, members of the LGBTQ plus community are just going to sit down and let them do their thing, no. Sorry, not happening. And here's the thing. I know for a fact that if Donald Trump tries to hurt the American people, make our lives harder, we will give him hell. We will make his presidency impossible if he tries to pass policy and legislation that takes rights away from people. I know you want to be part of that. I want to be part of that. And we're going to do it together. So let's not lie down. Let's get back in the game. Man, I'm so hyped up and excited. Let's do this together, man.
So let me just ask, Harry, what are you going to do? Are you going to get on here and make videos about it and say, oh man, we don't like Trump. We're going to give him hell. Let's talk about that for a second, though. What if a Trump supporter said this about Kamala? What if they went on their platform, put on a nice sweater like you do, acted like they were 12 and said, if Kamala makes my life harder, we're going to give her hell, and we're going to make her presidency impossible. You know what that translates to me? What y'all have already done. Look at what BLM did in 2020. They destroyed America. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean that there's a potential assassination attempt coming? Or do you mean, I don't know what you mean, dude. But let me just bring you down to earth for a second because you're confused. We have the presidency, we have the House, we have the Senate, and we had the majority vote. You know what that means? That means that you can sit down and you can shut the fuck up. That's what that means. America has decided what they want for this country. You're not doing anything about it. I don't know about y'all, but right now I have zero faith in the way our banking system works. There are banks failing left and right. When you want to pull out your own money, you got to go through 15 million different questions just for them to give you your money. And it's one of the reasons why I diversify some of my cash into precious metals. And the only company I trust to do that is American Hartford Gold. Inflation is through the roof right now, and one of the ways to counteract that is investing in precious metals. They have a bunch of different experts that will help you diversify your portfolio, whether it be you wanting to turn your retirement fund into precious metals or simply get your bank accounts a little more diversified. They have a 5-star rating on the Better Business Bureau. They have a buyback guarantee. And right now on your first order, they will give you up to $15,000 of free silver. So to take advantage of this offer, call 844-940-0662 or text HEAVY to 65532. They're great. They'll have one of their experts walk you through your options. And a big thank you to American Hartford Gold for sponsoring today's video. But why don't we go into a second video he did, because this kid, and I call him a kid, I think he's like 21, but he looks like he's 12 and he has the emotional intelligence of a 10-year-old. So check this out. This is what he put out when Donald Trump was pretty much winning the election. They hadn't called it yet, but it was there.
So the election between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris has not been called yet. We do not know who the winner is, but it is pointing in one direction. And it's not final, But I just wanted to say that America failed women tonight, primarily. Trump has insulted women, berated them, has been found liable in court for assaulting a woman, and he took women's reproductive rights away. And instead of standing up to that, people voted for it. And we failed our daughters, our mothers, our sisters, our wives tonight. America failed them. We failed them. It is unfortunately the reality of the situation. So I'm sorry to everybody out there who will be impacted by what may come.
One sec. Call Mom.
Hi.
Hey, Mom, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I got a really quick question for you. It's gonna be in a video, so just tell me to stop if you don't want to answer.
Okay.
There's this 20-year-old or 21-year-old, he looks like he's 12 online talking crap about Trump, and he's saying that Trump has taken away women's reproductive rights. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's crap?
I thoroughly disagree with that.
Well, that answers my question. Thanks, Mom. I'll talk to you later. I love you.
Thanks. I love you. Bye-bye.
I have a feeling most women in America feel like that. But why don't we speak a little bit more to when you said he's taken women's reproductive rights away? Okay, let's just break this down. I love this. So is the government involved when you decide to have sex with a woman? I don't know. Are they there to do a checks and balances on your performance, or I don't know, anything else involved with it? No. The answer is no. They're not involved and they shouldn't be involved. Reproductive means you are producing something, not removing it. What you want is anyone to have the ability of, I don't know, being reckless with sex and then saying, screw it, we'll just have an abortion. That's what you want. That's what you call reproductive rights. It's removing something because it's inconvenient. So look, Harry, I know you're young. I know you have a lot of life to live and experience. But let me give you a suggestion, man. Why don't you come over to this side and fight for true freedom? I'm not trying to be an adversary to you. I'm not trying to be an adversary to anyone. People need to wake up and understand that this is America. This isn't some woke place, and it never will be, even though people are trying to make it like that.